Beaumont, Texas, basketball team, and I was down at YMCA, and the coach came down, had the newspaper, and he said, Floyd, I hate to tell you this, but you need to read this. And he gave him the paper, and it said, outstanding Dragon football player from Nacogdoches killed in action. That's how I found out. The first hard luck I had, and I lose my brother. And there's 30 of us, and we waited for this train to come in. And so it finally came in, and it was a while that we all get on this train, and I'd never been on a train that with a Pullman. They gave us a Pullman and a diner, you know. I'd never been on a train where they eat, dining. Not very many troop train has dining. They usually give them box lunches, so this is unusual. And but anyway, so here we go. I've never been away from home. I got homesick before I even left the train station almost. And I've always remember the first night out, there's men reading the Bible, praying, gambling. I mean, a lot of, in service you're throwing in all kinds of people, the good, the bad, and all kinds. And so you see how other people live and how they were brought up and what they've been taught. But anyway, so that's the third day at sea. Then they announced we're going to New Caledonia, which is a French port, just above Australia. And there is a staging area. That's where all the Navy personnel, Army and Marine, they go there. And then you go from there to your permanent duty, which is another ship or an island. And I went to assign to a fleet hospital. As a wounded come off the push, which you call the push on Guam or Saipan, or where, and then the impression, you know, here you got men, legs off, arms, all shot up. It was really hard to take. And I was assigned to the officers section that said had about 4 long metal buildings and built up, and you had your guards, all around and protect from the Japanese coming in. And then on each one you have those bunk beds, and you have corpsmen assigned to them, doctors, nurses, and they just, and then mine was the officer barracks. Everybody think about home, you know, great to be going home, and the celebration and everything. And we started tearing down the hospital, tearing down, storing all the equipment and medical equipment, and most of that ended up jeeps, everything ended up in the bay. We cannot afford to take everything back, equipment. So a lot of them off the islands all over the world. You have jeeps down there, and you have medical equipment, you have every kind of equipment. So all the ships be taking you back. They couldn't get us off the island. No ship stops. They all taking troops back. So we stuck down the island for several weeks, and finally a merchant ship came in, and the captain went down and talked to him. Said, I need to get these men up the island of Guam. And so the captain said, well, I don't have a room. They can sleep on the deck. They can bring their cots, and they can eat with my merchant mariners if they want to. But I got to make 2 or 3 stops before Guam, so we got on that and slept out on the deck with rain and everything. And we stopped at Marshall Island and several other islands that had already been taken over by Americans. And then finally got up to Guam. And everybody's supposed to get the job back, so they said, Mr. Brantley, you have your job back, second grocer. I said, no, I'm going to school. I'm going back to high school. What? 20-year-old man? Yeah. And Lufkin High School, we had in 1946, 47, there was 13 ex-GIs went there to go back to school and get their high school diploma. And they got discouraged and dropped out, all the young kids, and went to work. But except three. Three of us stayed with it, and they got our diploma, and I graduated midterm of 47. When they say, call your name, what club you're in, and so forth, and they called mine and said, Floyd Brantley served in Solomon, Guam, and different places in the world, and it was an annual. The Korean War breaks out, and all of a sudden, I get orders to come back to Navy. And so anyway, I go to Dallas and I said, any way I can finish school? They said, no, we got a ship waiting for you in San Diego. That's where it all started. And so I went back to Baylor, ran into the commanding officer of ROTC Air Force. I got to talk to him. I asked him if I could, possible. He said, you already got orders? You're pretty far gone in the Navy, but I'll try. Anyway, he contacted 8th Navy Group District, and they agreed to release me from going back to Navy. And so my discharge from the Navy was sent to the Air Force officer, not me. So before he could give me my Navy, I had to sign a contract with the Air Force. Then he gave it to me. He got thinking one day driving, I had 15 years of Navy, Air Force time, reserve and active, you know. And I'd like to get back in the Vietnam War. And I told my wife, I said, what? And she couldn't understand, you know. I said, well, I feel like I need that security to get back. So here a man 50 years old with temporary resigning commission, go back to the E4 or E5 and Hot Spring, or you can come to Little Rock. I said, I'll take it. And so he sent Hot Spring, electronic. I wasn't very good in electronic devices. And I said, what about those men doing the cooking? The CO said, well, you won't do that? So I became an Air Force cook. I always did love to cook. So then, for 5 years there, I got up weekend and once a month and drove a Hot Spring. And the gate would be locked, so I had time to climb over the back fence in order to cook breakfast